facilitate spiritual healing and the elevation of our individual and collective consciousness. That is our mission, and I hold that so close to my heart. And our vision, the greater vision here at Center for Spiritual Living Ocala, is that we are a thriving New Thought community dedicated to spiritual growth and practice, sacred activism, and the transformative love that reveals our interconnectedness and oneness. And when we talk about sacred activism, we are talking about that part. It is the intersection of consciousness and action. It is a place where prayer and service activates love, and spiritual principles become lived practice. Sacred activism is how we show up as a beneficial presence in the world. And I like that every day I wake up, open my eyes, look around at everybody in my community, the ones that are super close to me, the ones who are even further away in different countries. And I try to be a big part of it. And our values, if this rings true for you, I invite you to say it with me. Wholeness of spirit, spiritual and personal growth, collaborative, synergistic community, abundance and prosperity, love and compassion, appreciation and gratitude, peace and balance, power of freedom, diversity and inclusion, generosity. Thank you so much. We all chose those values as a community. It took a little bit of time, but we wrote them down, and trust me when I tell you, it's still not complete, but we can possibly put them all up there. Happy Father's Day to everyone who ever had a child that contributed so much to you. So happy Father's Day to the
There's one of our kids right there. So welcome everybody, especially for our first time visitors. We love to joke that every Sunday is different here. It's just like it's really different. As you can see, a little bit different setup today. Practice that prayer is something called the truth. Now this process was started the first time just according to the this ritual continued the day that the bird was born in Berlin. She was in the midst of facilitating a workshop and so she just provided this opportunity to share, to get some emotion moving, you know, as we come in and really in touch with our humanity. And so her work is called The Work That Reconnects. And it's my intention that through this workshop that we create a welcoming, honest space by which we get to experience, witness, and express, if you choose to do that, your feelings, your emotions around maybe the conditions in the world, maybe around things that could be happening to you on a personal level, maybe things that have happened right here in this community. We know we've had a little drama recently, and it was actually one of the things that encouraged me to create this space so that we could move through some of these things together. Now, I like to joke, but I don't think it's really a joke, that so many of us are emotionally constipated. You know that feeling? People get stuck in some emotion, some form or fashion. We can get stuck in our anger. We can get stuck in our fear. We can get stuck in our grief and our regrets. And so this is an opportunity to be able to release some of that and get that emotion just in process and movement so that we can support one another and witness one another in community. There are some things that we do on our own, in spiritual practice, and, we can read the books, we can do the forgiveness work, writing the letters, doing the meditation, all those kinds of things we can do on our own. But there are some things and some hurts that happen to us in community that can only heal in community. So this is an opportunity perhaps for some of that. And it may be an opening for some of you. It may be just a beginning, but it may also be a fully complete experience in itself. So the truth mandala is rooted in the recognition that emotions that are not experienced or expressed can create blockages in our bodies, in our minds, and in our spirit. The truth mandala can be informative and healing, whether you opt to speak or not. Now, of course, you always have the option to pass. We always have that. And you are still, even in not speaking, a part of this circle and holding the presence for each and every one of us, because the circle is unique unto itself right now. With each and every one of us that's here, we make it complete. So it wouldn't be the same without the presence of those who are here, because this is part of our purpose in coming here together today. So let's see. The ritual reminds us that we're not alone, and it can bring tremendous relief and release. It affirms the deep, reliable support of our interconnection with all beings and the power of community. It can also provide a chance to reevaluate how we wish to meet our experiences, renewing our commitment to care and compassion for ourselves and for one another. So we're sitting here in circle, right? We can all see each other, everybody's equal, all that good stuff, why we love to do circle here at CSL Ocala. And so what we are doing is creating a container, a vessel, so to speak, for the truths that are going to be spoken here together. And so I want to tell you what each one of these things represents. The stone, and we've put these mats out so people, you can sit on them if you want to, you can kneel on it, or you can just stand up. I think I'm going to stand for now, just because it'll take me too long to get up. So the stone represents our fear. This is how our hearts and sometimes your stomach, I know my stomach can feel like that, hard and contracted, tight and hard. So with the stone, we can speak our fear. These dry leaves, they represent our pain and our sorrow, right? Our losses, our grief. In this place, we can speak our sadness for what's happening in the world, for what's happening in our country, for ourselves. You all might want to guess what the stick represents. Anger. The stick represents anger. So your invitation is to hold it with both hands. Don't swing it around. Don't bang anything, but just hold it with both hands and allow yourself to feel and express that anger that you may be holding for yourself and for others. The empty bowl represents our sense of deprivation and our need. It's what's missing. It's what we wish we had more of. And that's what's here. Our emptiness. And then this cool little doodad here, I think this is called an infinity, some kind of an infinity symbol, right? It's one piece, and it has this amazing, a Mobius strip, that's it, and it has to do with infinity. And so the middle here is for the emotions that are not encompassed with these others, something else that you might want to express, or you may want to sing a song, or you may want to speak a verse of scripture, or you may want to do a little reading or a quote, or just stand here and just hold that. Okay, so that's what this is for. And so the last piece is the blanket, what's underneath. because that's the thing that holds everything else up. And that is our hope. That's our hope. So hope lives underneath all of the rest of it. Let's see. I also found that circular mat just a couple of days ago. I love that it was in circles. I love that it's natural fibers, that there are so many fibers, and by themselves they're very fragile. But when you weave them all together, they create something that's really very strong. And I think that's a beautiful metaphor for what happens in community. That separate, alone, we can be broken so easily. But when we come together, we can support one another and be way stronger than any of us would be alone, right? We talk about synergy, where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So the circle is sacred space. Might want to get a bowl. We'll do a little ding as we start, if you don't mind. Okay. And then we'll put it back. We're not quite ready for that part yet. But
Yeah.
our circle is sacred space, made sacred by our truth-telling. And so probably maybe want to have some tissues around here or something, because there might be some tears. I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'd be surprised if there weren't. So just kind of keep your feet, we don't want anybody to trip or fall. Once the ritual starts, one person at a time, randomly and spontaneously, is going to step into the circle, take one of the objects into their hands and speak. You can speak from just one of the quadrants. You can speak from all of them, or you can speak, or not speak at all. There's no pressure for anybody to enter into the circle. It's just an opportunity to be held. Brevity. So we have 20-something people in here, and so everybody can't take 10 minutes or we'll be here all day. So I encourage you to think about what it is that you want to say, and to say it as edited, maybe as briefly as possible, because there can be great power in that. When we measure our words and we're deliberate in what it is that we say, there can be even more power. So out of respect for each other in the circle, we keep our comments as brief as possible. We don't want to tell our stories here. That's not what the space is for. Let's see. To support the truth-telling, after someone shares, we want to let them know that they've been seen, that we've witnessed them. And so you can say, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I'm with you. Whatever feels right for you to say. We don't have to do it in unison, but we just want the person who's speaking to be recognized. So after each person speaks, maybe just take some time to take a deep breath, or three, a breath or two or three, before the next person goes in, and we give that person our undivided attention. Confidentiality, so very important. Most of our things here are live streamed. We will not be live streaming this. I think maybe this part is being live streamed at the moment, the explanation. But as people go into the circle, we want to respect their privacy. And so it's really important that what's said here stays here. That you don't have to talk to people about what they share after the circle. This is really not a discussion. It's not a conversation. It's just an opportunity for us to speak and to witness one another. Make sense? Okay. Let's see. So no personal references to those present will be made. So no cross-talking. Don't reference what other people have said or not said. Just let this be your expression, whatever feels authentic and right for you. Concerns about your personal life are as welcome as any concerns about the world. We can talk about whatever it is that is weighing on us. Feel free to speak your native language. If you prefer to speak in another language, go for it, by all means. Let's see. This is interesting. Feel free to speak as another being. So if your heart is really in pain for the planet, or the animals, then you can speak on behalf of whoever it is that you feel is not been heard, whose voice is not been acknowledged. But just let us know, like I'm speaking for the trees, okay? Or I'm speaking for animals or children in Gaza. Refrain from excessive comforting. This is really hard because so many of us are uncomfortable when we see people like they're in pain and you want to fix it and you want to reach out and you want to hand them the tissues and say, okay, it's okay. This is not the moment for that either. Because that can inadvertently give someone the message that I'm not comfortable with what's going on here. Would you hurry it up, please? So I can go back to feeling better. Right? So we just witness one another. Joanna Macy says it's kind of like being with someone as they're giving birth. You know, you want to be there to be that support, but you know that the pain is part of the deal. And there is also the releasing of the pain and the beauty that happens when it has passed. Let's see. And we expect the process to last about an hour and a half. So again, brevity is important. So about an hour and a half. And you can get up and use the restroom as needed. You're welcome to do that. Anything else? Do we have any questions? Yes, please.
The one thing I would like to add is if, let's say you did have a breakthrough moment and you did like, oh my gosh, now what? Like when I go home, you need support people in your world. So if you know that you had an emotional diagnosis or something with your form that may potentially be a problem for you, please activate your support systems. I'm talking about your doctor, your therapist, your best friend, whoever it is that you talk these things out with to make sure that you're supported. If you do not have a support system, please let me know. There are professionals out there just waiting for you to call them. Please. It's very important because stuff gets unlocked and you're like, oh my gosh. You can have a session with a practitioner if it's a spiritual thing. You can go see your primary care physician if it's a physical thing. And of course your therapists and psychiatrists and that sort of thing too. Thank you. I just wanted to say that. The nurse in me just had to say it.
Yes. And she's one of our practitioners. Yes. Oh, you know, let me, thank you. Go back to that. There we go. So the rock is fear. Yeah, I'll leave that up. The rock is fear, the stick is anger, the leaves are grief, and the bowl is emptiness. Any other questions? John, Richard. Oh, the song is ready. That would be lovely. Let's do a song, and then Reverend Peggy will lead us in an invocation, if you don't mind that. Thanks. Yeah.
I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifesting. I cannot trust the moment, make it time in life. breeze it took to shake the leaves to make my mother's hair move. My father dare touch it and say, please, may I have a kiss? Yes, the breeze made me exist. And if you want to get even deeper into this right now, you will look at me and see a big old cloud. That's right, the cloud it took to form the storm, to make the breeze, to shake the leaves, to inspire the lip lock. Yes, a raindrop will pop up out these words. You heard me right. If you look at me close enough, you will see a dark, stormy night. And what is night? Well, night ain't night without a polar opposite of sunlight. So if you watch the way my hands lay, you'll see the light of day. And every day is a testament to the sediment of the earth's cores ever spinning enormous force. So when you look at me just right, you'll see a spark of the source. But the most fascinating thing about this, and it's true, is that if you look at me just right, you see you. Only what you perceive, how you believe, the space between you and me that creates reality. So when I sing, you can feel it. When I cry, you can heal it. When I speak words, you can be the words I speak by singing with me. Peace, love, free. 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 And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know what's best for me, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. And when I am alone and full of fear, I just remember the rising sun always appears. And every day miracles, miracles that I see. Will you take me back? You take me back, you take me back, you take me back to exactly where I need to. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest.
Amy Steinberg.
Back in July, live and in this space for a fundraiser. So yeah, Amy Steinberg.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I just invite us to close our eyes for a moment if that's comfortable for you. As we allow ourselves to reach deeply into the center of our beingness, knowing that what is before us this morning is an awesome gift. If we choose to participate and accept it. I know that Spirit is right here surrounding and filling each one of us, that all the love there is, all the peace, all the joy there is protecting us, and that the courage that we might need to speak this morning is ours. I do give thanks for this process today. I give thanks for every person here, for this opportunity to become ever more real in our experience of life. I give thanks for the moments ahead, knowing that as we are here for ourselves, we are also here for each other. And that this is a very safe place to express, and that that which needs to be said is being said in ways that serve us and serve the highest good of all. I know that that which is to take place in the next few moments and over this period of time lift us and bless us as we participate. I know that Spirit is right here lifting us, and we're riding on the wings of the divine. For this I do give thanks, and let us say together, and so it
And
is.
so it is. Thank you, Reverend Peggy. There's an even deeper aspect to each emotion in the mandala. Each one has a source or a tantric side that may not have been readily apparent before this moment. although Reverend Peggy alluded to it in her prayer. As we watch and witness one another, keep in mind the deeper meaning of each symbol and the sentiments they represent. Sorrow, grief isn't just sorrow. Our sorrow is equal measure to our love. We only mourn that which we deeply care for. Blessed are they that mourn. In speaking our fear out loud in this fear-phobic society and culture, we're actually exhibiting trust and courage. And that's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. The outrage and anger represented by the stick actually comes from our deep passion and desire for justice. It comes from knowing that we can be better. And the emptiness of the bowl is to be honored as well, for emptiness is what allows new space for newness to arise. Can we do bowl? And so I dedicate this truth mandala to the welfare of all beings, to the healing of those in the circle, and the many lives we each touch. May all facilitate the healing of our individual and collective wounds and our individual and collective worlds. Remember to take 3 breaths between shares.
So this bowl is for the third eye chakra, the key of A, and 222 hertz higher self connection.
Yes, I'll go ahead and get us started. I usually start with the tears, but I'm starting with the fear. Because there is fear of being seen. You know, I have a love-hate relationship with being seen. And it feels vulnerable and scary to speak my truth. But I'm afraid of a lot of things.